Welcome to our channel. Today we bring you Silent Night, a glimpse into life after internet. The year is 2023 and something unprecedented has happened. The internet, that invisible tether that connects us all, has gone dark. Servers are silent, satellites are shrouded in darkness, and the familiar hum of data centers has faded into eerie quiet. It's as if the invisible threads that bind our world together have been abruptly cut. But how did it happen? No one is quite sure. Some whisper of solar flares, others speak of cyber attacks. Theories abound, but answers remain elusive. In this chilling new reality, we find ourselves on Christmas Eve. People huddle around battery-powered radios, their faces illuminated by the dim glow of their screens. Voices crackle through the airwaves, sharing stories and carols from a time before the Great Disconnection. Have you ever stopped to think about what life would be like without the internet? We live in a world where the internet has become such an integral part of our daily lives that it's hard to imagine a day without it. But what if the servers went down and the internet as we know it disappeared? What would the world be like? How would we cope? As the sun sets on December, casting long shadows across the empty streets, people begin to stir. The day's events have been surreal. Shopkeepers pull down their shutters early, their wares gathering dust. The once bustling city squares stand deserted, devoid of the usual evening crowds. Television screens flicker with static, their programming replaced by cryptic messages of network outages. The sudden and unexpected loss of the internet has thrown people into a tizzy. Many wander aimlessly, their cell phones useless in their hands, their faces etched with bewilderment and fear. There's a profound silence hanging in the air, broken only by the crackling of radios and the murmur of confused conversations. It's as if the very fabric of society has been torn, leaving us grappling to understand the harsh edges of our new reality. It's almost as if the internet, that invisible force that has dictated the pace of our lives for so long, has suddenly vanished, leaving us to confront the unfamiliar terrain of our own resilience and resourcefulness. You wake up in your bed, disoriented. You reach for your phone on your bedside table, but it's cold. You don't need to check the weather app because you can feel the warmth of the sun streaming through your window. You get up, feeling oddly calm. The gentle ticking of an old clock on your wall is the only sound. You remember now. The internet went down yesterday. Walking downstairs, you find your family gathered around a table laid out with breakfast. There's no iPad for your child, no smartphone for your spouse, and you certainly aren't checking your email. Instead, you break the silence, asking about everyone's plans for the day. Your son mentions a board game he wants to play. Your daughter speaks of a book she wants to read. Your spouse suggests a walk in the park. It's strange, yet oddly comforting to plan your day without considering the countless notifications and messages demanding your attention. Later, while walking in the park, you find yourself surrounded by families playing frisbee, couples strolling hand in hand, and children chasing pigeons. There's laughter in the air, genuine and unrestrained. You spot a group of teenagers engrossed in a game of tag, their joy echoing through the trees. It occurs to you that this scene is straight out of a pre-internet era, a time when people relied on tangible connections and experiences rather than virtual ones. You return home with a renewed sense of wonder. That evening, as you help your children with their homework, you realize you haven't reached out for your laptop or consulted any online resources. You find yourself relying on your own knowledge and experience. It's challenging yet immensely satisfying when you help them solve a particularly tricky math problem. Later, you watch your children play their board game, their faces lit up with excitement and concentration. Their laughter echoes through the house, reminding you of a time when life was simpler, when the glow of screens was replaced by the glow of imagination. You may have lost access to the vast storehouse of knowledge that is the internet, but you've gained something far more precious: quality time with your family. As you tuck your children into bed that night, you can't help but feel a sense of contentment. The house is quiet, not eerily so, but peacefully. You kiss your children goodnight, promising them a fun-filled day tomorrow. They snuggle into their beds, their dreams no doubt filled with visions of board games and outdoor adventures. You step into your garden, the soft grass yielding beneath your feet. The scent of freshly cut grass fills your lungs. Overhead, the stars twinkle in the night sky, unmarred by light pollution. For the first time in years, you can see the Milky Way stretching across the heavens like a river of stars. Christmas morning dawns, crisp and clear. The silence of the internetless world is profound. No notification chimes, no automatic updates, just a gentle whisper of the wind and the distant call of a bird. Inside, the warmth of the Christmas tree lights mingles with the aroma of freshly brewed coffee and cinnamon rolls. It's just another Christmas morning, yet it feels different, more meaningful, more real. As the day unfolds, you notice a change in your surroundings. The neighborhood children are sledding down hills, their laughter echoing in the frosty air. Couples skate hand in hand on a nearby frozen lake, their breath forming white clouds in the frigid air. You find yourself drawn to these scenes, realizing that they're not just memories from a bygone era, but a reflection of the world you could rebuild. In the afternoon, you decide to visit your elderly neighbor, Mrs. Peterson. You remember her fondly from your childhood, always baking cookies and sharing stories of a time when winters were colder and spirits were brighter. You knock on her door, and when she opens it, you're greeted by a warm smile and twinkling eyes. You ask about her well-being and she invites you in. Her house is filled with the aroma of cinnamon and pine. Inside, you share stories and laughter, realizing that in this internetless world, human connections are more important than ever. Later, as the sun begins its slow descent, you walk home, your heart lighter for having spent time with your neighbor. You stop by a local store to pick up some ingredients for dinner. The store is bustling with activity. People chat with the shopkeeper, catching up on local news and exchanging smiles. You find comfort in these simple exchanges, realizing that true community is what sustains us, not the fleeting connections of the digital world. That evening, you gather around the fireplace with your family, sharing stories and laughter. The flickering flames cast dancing shadows on the walls, creating an intimate atmosphere. You tell tales of your childhood Christmases, of a time when life moved slower and the simple things brought the greatest joy. Your children listen, their eyes wide with wonder, realizing that happiness isn't found in every notification chime or text message, but in the warmth of family and the simplicity of life. The days turn into weeks, then months. Life goes on without the internet. People adapt, innovate, and connect. Farmers' markets thrive, local businesses boom, and community events become the norm. The world is quieter now, but in that silence, humanity finds its voice again. Slowly, life begins to resemble a pre-internet existence. People mend fences, reconnect with neighbors, and rediscover the joys of tangible human interaction. Board games make a comeback, replacing screen time with quality family time. Reading, writing, and outdoor pursuits gain favor as people seek solace and joy in nature's beauty. The absence of the internet forces a renaissance of creativity, with people turning to music, art, and literature to fill the void. Local artisans find renewed appreciation as handmade crafts become treasures. Startled by the deafening silence, you venture outside, seeking a distraction. To your surprise, you find yourself in a bustling town square filled with people. Musicians are playing acoustic music, children are playing hopscotch, and couples are enjoying a picnic lunch. Laughter and conversation fill the air, creating a symphony of human connection. Days turn into weeks and a sense of community begins to form. Neighbors rely on each other for support, sharing resources and skills. Gardening, carpentry, and even technology like solar power and battery storage become highly valued skills. This newfound interdependence fosters a strong sense of camaraderie, reminding people that they are not alone. In the stillness of a post-internet world, people find solace in the rhythm of nature. Birdsong replaces the hum of servers and the rustling of leaves becomes a soothing melody. The absence of constant digital stimulation allows for introspection and peace. One evening, while sitting by a bonfire with friends and neighbors, you look up at the star-studded sky. You realize that in this silence, there is beauty. The internet may be gone, but the human spirit endures, finding strength and creativity in the most unexpected of circumstances. What if the internet, this invisible thread that binds the world together, were to vanish? What if the familiar hum of data centers were to fall silent? Would we panic or would we find strength in the stillness? Would we connect with our loved ones more deeply, or would we struggle to fill the void? And what if this quiet world became our new normal? Could we build a better, more meaningful existence away from the digital noise? In the haunting quiet of a world without the internet, we discover the strength of community, the depth of human connection, and the beauty of a life lived in the present moment. While the silence may seem daunting, it also offers a profound opportunity for growth, introspection, and the rediscovery of what truly matters. So, on this silent night, let us ponder the profound questions. What do we truly value in a world where the internet is no longer a given? And what can we learn from this digital dusk? Perhaps it's a chance to rewrite our story, to craft a future where technology complements, not dominates, where human bonds are cherished, and where the silence is not deafening, but full of promise.